The commotion inside the city has begun to calm down a little bit. Oh my God. With the help of Mr. Garcia, we were able to gather all of the hell modes that stopped functioning and have put them in a part of the geofront. The remaining Black Guardians too surrendered without a fuss. Elia Platier was sent to the hospital, but I've heard there's nothing really wrong with her, she's just exhausted. I see, thank goodness. Professor Stalen's there too, so I think they'll be fine. Mireu's operation was also a success. I should go and see her later, but we need to think about what we're gonna do next, right? To think something like that would appear in the Elm Lake. The final weapon. The reverse Babel, wasn't it? An optical weapon. Strong enough to destroy the entirety of Juno Fortress in 1 second. From our analysis, it seems to be gathering or sucking up an insane amount of energy from the ley lines and then shooting it all out. And then the thing that appeared in the sky above it, the satellite combat shell, reflects it and also amplifies its power so that it guides it until it reaches its destination. With today's technology, it would usually be impossible to shoot a beam from that range all the way to the west of the Empire with such precision. But that Eleusion makes it possible. Yeah, so it's that, huh? Thankfully, no one was inside the fortress, so there were no casualties this time around. However, it was once my castle. I don't feel too pleased about this. Headmistress. Well, as far as demonstration purposes go, then I think it did its job, safe to say. Especially when you look at the reactions of all the countries, especially the Republic. Yes, what happened there? That new president of Calvert that you just spoke to earlier, Chairman. Yes. Are we gonna get to see what he looks like? We haven't heard anything about this guy. Until, this game, I think. I haven't spoken to you like this since the conference to decide Crossbell's re-independence. I have to say it's nothing but impressive how quickly you managed to liberate the city after it was occupied again this time. I have to give it up to the people of Crossbell who made this possible by going through so much before it. Your words are wasted on me. The 23rd President of Calvert Republic, Roy Gramhart, sir. Oh God, he's younger than I thought he'd be. Very handsome. I suppose that we should at least be thankful that we were able to get this international hotline back up and running again. Now, I'd like to suggest we hold a conference to figure out how we're gonna deal with this weapon of mass destruction that we're faced with. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. My country's already making preparations to handle it. We're even prepared to move all of our forces that weren't used in the Great War at any time. I'm sure you already know that right now, Crossbell is in an extremely precarious situation. This goes for the Empire too. But if the Republic army tries to forcibly intervene, then... Of course, I understand that. But even so, as a nation, it's imperative that we deal with it properly. Oh, he means... Oh shit, so they filmed all of this shit in advance with Rufus, saying which place they're gonna punish. He says, the next land of judgment, or land that's gonna be getting judgment, I assume, is in the Calvard Republic, the Valetier military base. The lightning of heaven will obliterate it into ash without a second of delay or discrimination. Oh golly. Oh my god. The next deadline is 5 p.m. Once again, I'll be hoping that as the head of the government, you will make the right decision and support the unified nation. They said that the main command center and the most important point for the Republican army is now a target. Wouldn't it make more sense for the Empire that was hit directly already to make a move in this situation? I'm very well aware that the problems taking place inside my country, or this country, are causing you a lot of trouble. However, even so, I would like just a bit of time. Even we don't plan to sit silent and watch this play out. I'm sure you don't. It may be unofficial or unofficial, but you seem to have quite a few people gathered that can do something about this. However, you understand, don't you? If you decline the cooperation of the Republic, then you won't be able to get cooperation from the Empire either. And also, as the time limit gets closer, the Republic, or us as the Republic, will have to act as our own. Like, I guess he means raid crossspell. That's... Yes, of course, I understand. Very well then. If you request it of us, we are ready to move at any time. Please decide quickly, McDial, Chairman. Just like the rumors say. No, he might even be more intense than the rumors say. Indeed. He dealt with the aftermath of the war so, well. And he also has a lot of support from the citizens. I thought there was a chance he'd use the new ruler as an excuse to just completely invade this place, but even the Republic don't know anything about that huge tower, and they probably don't have the confidence that they can completely deal with it themselves. Negotiating. Yes, and in the end they'll forcibly intervene, and at the end of it all they'll try and control Crossbell again. We'll have to request assistance from both of the major countries when the time limit's nearly up. No. My grandfather. Hey, what are you doing out of prison? Get back in there, you killed my damn brother. But we have no choice, since the lives of everyone on this continent are affected by this. Countries. And if Crossbell had to accept the two major countries' help, then there would be like no hope of ever becoming re-independent again. That's a decision that no one wants to have to make. Knowing which place is being targeted ahead of time also works in the Republic's favor. Indeed, even if it is the main military base, it's not a fortress like the Empire either. They should have more than enough time to evacuate citizens living nearby too ahead of time. And I'm sure they've already begun preparing for that. So even if the worst case scenario happens, they'll be able to minimize loss. I really don't like that president guy. I was hoping that things would get a bit easier once that old Tanuki retired, but no. He means Samuel Locksmith, the one character in video games that's named after me. And he had to retire before we even got a Crossbell game. God damn it. It's annoying that the only character named after me is the fat guy. I mean, he was kind of cool in his own way, but then my friend's named after, well, he's not named after, but he's called Matthias, and Matthias is like, his nickname's the God of Lightning, and he's one of the strongest warriors in the entire world. Kind of unfair how that happens, but whatever. But this might be our chance, if you think about it. It means that we have time to prepare to counter that babble ourselves. Yes, we got about half a day left until the time limit, but I'm sure it won't be that easy. We have a report that says that the hell modes that appeared in the city don't match with the number of hell modes that appeared when Crossbell was reoccupied by them. What is that? I see, so there's a pretty high chance that they were moved to guard the giant tower. Do you think they maybe predicted that the city would get released right from the start? No way, but I guess that would make sense. Yes, if we consider that everything was just a preparation for that final weapon. But who is behind it? From what I've heard, in the artificial intelligence itself, it doesn't have its own will at the moment, right? Yes, for Eleusion, it needs an administrator. After chasing me out, that authority is definitely in the hands of someone. The new ruler has ceased functioning, but his plans are still going along. If we assume that it wasn't the new ruler that hijacked Eleusion, well, I thought that was obvious from the start. Well, I guess judging from the circumstances, we don't have a very long list of suspects to who it could be. Yeah. But also, like, the new ruler was a robot, we knew that, and they needed Eleusion to create that robot, so there's no way. Like, it's like the chicken and the egg, which came first, except obviously Rufus, the new ruler, came after Eleusion was hijacked. So there's like no way it could have been him. Also, there's a problem with whether or not both the armies can actually solve this problem too. Yes, if they can't stop it and that final weapon keeps on firing and destroying a bunch of stuff, then this will be even worse than the Great War. I won't let it. I don't know if this mastermind is actually trying to bring eternal peace to the continent or not, but trying to take everyone on the continent hostage and try and force them into peace like this. There's no way that the world will become united by doing things this way. I'm not gonna let him do whatever he wants with what we worked so hard to protect. Yuna. Yes. That's why we fought up until this point, and why we've kept on getting back on our feet. No matter what kind of barrier stands in our way. I'm sure it's the same this time. Yes, us affiliates of Thor's too. We'll put an end to this, as well as the strange thing that's happening with me too. For all the people that love me, and so that I can move forward too. Reen. Yeah. Of course, I'll help you too with everything I've got. As the good neighbors of Crossbell and the Empire, and as the friends that have been through lots with you too. If everyone's thoughts and powers become one, we'll be able to get through this somehow. Everyone. Honestly, you guys have no shame, do you, spouting all that embarrassing stuff? Well, I mean, I guess I'm part of it now, but still. But it's not going to be enough with just that. After all, she's the one who's going to become the key. The high-level artificial intelligence behind the scenes of this case, Illusion. Our only link to that is the former administrator, aka her. Lapis, that's your name, right? It looks like we'll need your power for this final fight that's gonna start. Please, lend us your power. No. Huh? I said N-O, no. I don't want to lend you guys my powers. Huh? Are you really gonna turn him down with this atmosphere? That's our Racha, never giving in to peer pressure. No. This has nothing to do with peer pressure. Why would you not help us with this after coming this far? Does she just mean that she doesn't want to help anyone that isn't Rufus and those guys? Don't misunderstand me. If Rufus asked me the same thing, I'd say no. I won't be lending you my hand. In fact, it's the opposite. At the center of this case, it's Illusion. So putting an end to this is the mission and the responsibility of the former administrator. So basically, in this situation, I'm the main person that's concerned. Don't forget that. And that's why I'm gonna have you guys lend me your strings instead. Oh! Well, I guess she's not technically wrong. I mean, does it really matter? It does. This is very important. She's even more of a handful than I heard from you, Professor, or not Professor. Sir, I guess, maybe? Yeah, I never thought she would have grown this much. I think the one who, helped her grow was... You really got us there. Yeah, you're right, it's definitely important. Yes, for political reasons, he couldn't, or someone couldn't interfere with, Crossbell directly. Oh, he's talking about, I guess, Imperial people, Erebonians, So, I guess us Erebonians, who can't really interfere with Crossbell because of political reasons, kind of felt a bit bad or something. And that's why something... I honestly have no fucking clue what they're saying. If I'm, super messed up, then I'll just go back and do subtitles for this part. But I've, never had this much trouble understanding what the hell people are saying this much so far. But now, for the continent now and everyone living there, this directly affects them. Everyone will need to have the spirit to face this as though it directly affects them, because it does. Yeah, we can't just be helpers. Actually, I think everyone in the continent is, directly involved in this. She uses the same word that Lapis used earlier, but I can't remember how I translated it. That's the problem with doing this live. Everyone on the continent. Yeah, I guess you could say that. In that sense, we'll have to quite literally combine our strengths with every single person. The Liberal group, the Thor's group, and the support section, just like all of you guys have done up until now. Yeah, you're right. What are you doing forgetting about me and getting all heated? No, it's okay, Rajan. It's thanks to you that everyone was able to become one. Good job, good job. As a reward, I will pet you. I don't really get it, though. Anyway, let's think about our goals at this current point. Lapis, in order to stop that huge tower, what must we do? Illusion exists throughout the entire orbal network and the ley lines. Since Illusion doesn't have a proper, form, getting back control that's been stolen would be pretty close to impossible. But right now it seems to be existing inside the main equipment of the reverse Babel. Now that that weird jamming's gone, I can sense that. So it wasn't supposed to have a physical body, but now it does. Then that means that it's possible to take back control, right? Yes, if I can get to the main control point of that tower and connect to the system once again. If I do that, Babel and the lightning of the heavens should completely cease. In that case, we have our objective. We'll probably have to get through a lot of obstacles to get there, though. I mean, they got the hell modes guarding it still, and from what we saw on the video, it seems to be pretty sturdy. And also, it seems to be protected by a spiritual barrier while it's charging up on mana. And with that concentration of mana, I think it would even be impossible for a railgun to blast through it. It's that hard? I mean, we did expect something like this, but if we can't do something about that barrier, we won't even be able to teleport inside either. But what you're saying is, we won't be able to get through that barrier with all the weapons that are in Crossbow right now? Also, how do we even get close enough to the barrier? I mean, it's on top of a lake. I've got a Melcubber hidden away somewhere, but I don't think we'll be able to use that like we did when we took on the Azure Tree. Yeah, the power on their side is in a completely different league this time to how it was back then. And the Courageous 2 as well as my Melkaba are right now being repaired in the Empire. If only we had the power of a Divine Knight, we might be able to do something about this, but right now, only the enemy's the one that has one of them. Yeah, if only we could do something. Huh? Can you, leave that to us then? Oh my god, even Thomas. Oliver? Anshan and Georgia's there too. And also, Sister. Hi there, Emma. It's been since that one case the other day. She barged in while we were talking about how to deal with the ultimate weapon, or the final weapon. Honestly, she just appears and disappears whenever she pleases, doesn't she? I don't want to hear that from you, Grandma. Since the organization, or rather the professor, is involved in this, I couldn't afford to just let it go. This is a danger to the Empire, no, the entire continent. Now is no better time to, for Thors to gather their forces, or so I thought, and decided to get involved. And it looks like it was the right call. A lot of cute kittens lined up here. And control yourself. Crow, looks like you're okay too. You guys as well. Glad to see you're all doing okay. Vice Commander Thomas, I'd heard you'd returned to the church country. Does this mean the big boys up top decided to move their fat asses? Yes, after that proclamation happened. I also should be able to return soon. Good work there, Lloyd and the others. You're there too, Grace. Our trials are still continuing, though. After Nord, you were working in the Empire too, weren't you? Yes, the Prince asked me to, you see. The Imperial Army can't move right now, but we have a way to catch the mastermind by surprise. It will be a bit of a gamble, but if it goes well, we should be able to infiltrate the huge tower. Really? How on earth are you gonna do that? It's a bit of a cheat skill, but I'll save the details for later. Since the enemy has Ellucian with them, I'd like to not speak of the details until just before we do it. Yeah, that seems like it would be for the best. After all, they could be like wiretapping us, essentially. Oh my, I guess it can't be helped. Thinking of the detailed strategies is next, though. Commander Sonia, and Toa as well. Can I get you to help us with this? Understood. Our deadline is 5 p.m. We'll have to hurry. Let's begin the strategy meeting. And thus, the strategy meeting on how to infiltrate Babel began with Commander Sonia, Toa, and Prince Oliver at the center. The ones who would be infiltrating Babel, aka the support section, Thor's Class 7, and Rufus's group, were told to go and make preparations for the final battle in the meantime. And so for that reason, as well as to, nurture their spirits, I think that means, or prepare themselves mentally, they began wandering around the newly liberated Crossbell. Preparations for the final battle. Less than half a day remaining until we have to start. Looks like we won't be able to do very much. Well, the most important part of this is the strategy that the commander and the others are coming up with right now. Yeah, but we'll still have to prepare for combat after we invade the Babel. And also we should probably go around and see how the city and the citizens are doing after the liberation. Elisa prepared some orbital bikes for us through Rhineford, so we should make use of them. I'll explain the basic controls to you guys in a bit later. Yeah, thanks. But still, damn. To think you went and prepared that. It's because going around in the city with my mask would make me stand out, you see. You're always so meticulous. I love those glasses. Okay then, let's once again meet up here just before the operation starts. Make sure you don't leave any regrets, okay? Rufus? I guess it can't be helped. I guess now's not the time to be getting friendly with one another. Wait, Rufus. What is it, Inspector Bannings? You seem like you have something to say. Yes, and now that I think about it, the last time we met was that time on the Pantaghoul, just before the war. Ah. You can, think of this as an apology for the bird cage. I'll withdraw the army from Michelin too, so how about you go have some fun there? Oh yeah, I remember this. Thank you for your consideration, though I really want to punch your bitch ass in the face. I can barely hold myself back. I don't really mind if you want to go ahead and do that. But don't you think we should be using our time for something more meaningful than that right now? Yes, I think so too. And that's why I want you to come round Crossbelt with us. The past won't ever change, but for now we're comrades fighting in this operation together. It might only be for a short time, but if we both prepare together, we should be able to work better together when push comes to shove. Don't you think so too? That's the first time I think I've seen him at a loss for words. I have no objections to that. I wouldn't say I have no objections, but there's more important things than that right now. I mean, this is what the leader decided after all. I guess Lloyd will never change. Really. And of course, we'll go with you too. The old Class 7 and a few others will be acting alone for like the sake of their preparations, but we'll find out like what we're working with in the cooperation end of things for their sake too. We'll also have to confirm our fighting styles with each other since we've been acting independently all this time. But it's not just that. I also want you to watch us, I feel like. That we won't lose sight of hope, even in this despairing situation. The strength of the Crossbell people that we've always carried with us. I see. Very well. I suppose it could be good entertainment. Oh, honestly. We'll be able to play with Ri-chan again. Ri-chan? Do you mean Risha? You know these guys? It's a bit of a long story, you see. We met a little while ago. She's our friend from the Secret Assassins Association. What the hell's that? Uh-oh, we got some more trouble, children. Do you want to say something to me? You said your name was Lloyd Bannings. There's no mistaking it. Raja? What are you talking about? just before my authority was, like, stolen from me, I used future calculation one last time. And when I did, I feel like I saw this person just for a second. What? You mean something's gonna happen to Lloyd? Don't worry, it's not like I saw him die or anything. It was just a fragment, and I think I saw him, but... Oh. The truth behind this case. If anyone can solve it, it's you. Me? Yes, you're the only one who can match those conditions. All I saw was the end result. I don't know how you will get there, though. Very, vague. But if she can really calculate the future, then there might be some meaning to it. Understood. I'll, keep that in mind. Thanks for telling me, Lapis. And also, I look forward to working with you. I told you, right? You're the ones that are gonna be working for me. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright then, let's, start moving. We were told to go to the roof of the tower once our preparations are complete. Yeah, let's make sure we don't have any regrets and organize all our stuff. Let's go, right? They wrote, let's go in English. Or in, like, I knew it, okay. The mirror. We can finally put it together now. And make it one mirror, maybe. That's what the end of the third stratum looked like. Pretty similar to the first, or, well, yeah, the first and the second. I'm not going to show the fourth one. I'm going to do that off screen, just like I did the third one, but I will show the fifth one because it's the final DLC. And there might be like a super boss at the end, in which case I do want to show that. But everything up until this point in the Reverie corridor has been just piss easy. Aside from the cube thing, that thing kicked my ass. But aside from that, everything's been so easy. So there's like no point in showing it, really. Yeah, it looks like something happened again. I should probably, like, check to see what's going on over there, too. Later. About the final preparation time. You can go around Crossbell with certain members. Oh, the people that aren't in your party will stay in the city so you can, like, talk to them. Oh, I see. What it's saying is the members are going to get taken out of the party when you're wandering around the city, but when you're on the roads and dungeons, all the members will be there, so you can use a different party to the one in the city. You can open the menu and mess with your party when you're in dungeons or in the field. Cool, cool. Hey, Rufus sunglasses. Poogas. Wait, is this everyone? I think it is, yeah. So wait, everyone's gonna participate. Yeah, so these guys are locked out, but I can access them. Oh, nice, Duvali's wearing her other clothes and not her armored stuff. I like her armor, but I think she looks so cool in her, like, other clothes. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So I can now mess with the Reverie corridor, which I'm going to do. Probably off screen. I have also heard, I've been told by someone who's beaten this game that the first thing I should do after starting the final chapter, although I guess he meant this part, is head over to the prison. Apparently there's a very, very important optional cutscene there, and since it's optional, usually I wouldn't show it, but he said no, definitely show it. There's also some optional stuff that's happening like after we beat the game, like with the DLC, that I will be showing, just so you know there. But anyway, I guess that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.